Vaikhi and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Well, what are we doing today? We are doing my first official book recommendations video. I'm honestly so excited. I cannot believe I'm finally going on YouTube and recommending books. I was exactly that girl sitting in that seat and watching which book should I read next, because I was too lazy to go into the library and read the back of the book and then select one. So I believe it's a full circle moment. So without any further ado, let's start this video. First, we have one of the most fun books ever. Finlay Donovan is killing it. So Finlay Donovan is a single mom. She's a writer. She's completely overwhelmed with life. On a relatable level. She's broke, divorced, behind on a book deadline, and basically just trying to keep her head above the water while raising two little kids. Now, this is where things get insane. She's at Panera talking to her agent about the plot of her next crime novel. All that crime stuff. But someone at the next table overhears her and thinks she's a real hit woman. And then that person's offered Finlay a ton of money to take care of her real life problem. You'd think she said no, right? Well, she doesn't. That's the whole setup. And from there, things just spiral. There are dead bodies, police investigations, shady husbands, goofy neighbors, and somehow Finlay is in the center of all of them. What I love about Finlay is that she's not your typical thriller person. She's neither an expert nor someone who's related to crime. She's just a mom in yoga pants who gets pulled into this insane double life. And I don't know how, but somehow she's still trying to make the school on time. The book perfectly blends mystery, chaos, and comedy. It's funny in that slightly dark, oh my god, I cannot believe that just happened way. There are real stakes, but still you're laughing the whole time. Also, shout out to her nanny. She's hilarious and honestly, she deserves her own spin-off. The book flies. It's fast-paced, super readable, and when you end every chapter, you are just like, okay, maybe I can do one more, right? Just one more chapter will not hurt anyone. If you like books that are like watching a TV show, this is it. Also, good news. Finlay Donovan is Killing It is just the first in the series. So if you love this book, there's more chaos coming your way. There are already 2 sequels out. Finlay Donovan knocks them dead and Finlay Donovan jumps the gun. So if you're looking for something fun, sharp, and a little bit murdery, grab this book. Perfect for fans who love comedy plus mystery plus murder with a little messy heroine. I would love to know if you already read this book or it's on your TBR. Okay, next up we have a book which literally shattered my brain. It's called Shatter Me. And no, I'm not hyping this book just because of its aesthetic covers and the fact that the book talk is obsessed with it. It's one of those stories that starts off quiet and sad and then bam, you are 100 pages deep, questioning your morals and actually going back and forth the book. So the story follows Juliet. She's 17 and she has been locked in the cell for 264 days. No human contact, no conversation, literally nothing. Why? Because her touch is lethal. If she touches you, you are dead. Naturally, the world decides to hide her away and pretend that she doesn't exist. And one day, she gets a new stalemate. And from there, the story just snowballs. So, a fair warning. You will get emotionally attached to the characters and then you'll start questioning your choices. Because the characters in this book are complex. You think you have figured something out and then boom, plot twist. Then there is Book Talk's famous character, Aaron Warner. Am I pronouncing it right? I don't know. We have seen people on the internet lose their mind over Warner. I get it now. I'm the one who almost lost my mind over that guy. He's mysterious, cold, dangerous, and somehow you are like, wait, what? I have to talk about the writing. Juliet's mind is not stable. She has been through so much. and the writing reflects that. There are crossed out thoughts, broken sentences, weird metaphors, and you just feel like you're inside her head. Like she's writing her own diary and we are the ones reading it. So this is just book 1. The whole series is out and I'm telling you right now, once I get my hands on them, I'm gonna read them in one sitting. So if you like slow birth, messy inner dialogues and powerful character growth, Shatter Me is your book. So yeah, that's my brain dump on Shatter Me. So if you've read it, let's talk. Are you team Adam or team Warner? I need to know. And if you haven't read it, go. Seriously. You'll read one page and then wonder how it's 2 a.m. already. It's that good. Next, let's talk about the Book Talk's favorite book ever. The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. If you haven't heard of this book, what rock are you living under? Like, literally. When I heard of this book first, I thought it would be just some Hollywood juicy gossip, and yes, it is. But also, it broke my heart in ways you do not even expect it. It's one of those stories that stays with you long after you're done reading. Evelyn Hugo is not just a character. She's a person I feel like I knew. Like I met her, I've heard her whole story, and I'll never forget. We are following a young journalist named Monique Grant, if I'm pronouncing that right. If not, please don't call me out. Okay. So she gets this mysterious once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to interview this superstar Hollywood icon, Mrs. Evelyn. Evelyn is known for her glamour, scandal, and, of course, her 7 husbands. Yeah, 7. And that's not even the interesting part. Because Evelyn doesn't just want to give an interview. She wants Monique to write her full uncensored story. And what unfolds is insane, heartbreaking, and beautiful. Because Evelyn is not just an actress. She's not someone the world thought she was. And honestly, hearing her truth is like watching someone peel away years and years of their life until only the raw, unfiltered self is left. Evelyn herself, she's complicated, she's confident, strong, flawed, vulnerable, all at the same time. But she owns every single choice she made. And that honesty, that ownership, I loved it. So Monique is a journalist. She's going through her own quiet transformation while listening to Evelyn's story. And once you realized how their lives are connected, my jaw dropped. Taylor Jenkins Reid writing is just so clean and beautiful. It's not overly dramatic or flowery. It's simple, but it hits. Emotions sneak up to you. 1 second, you're fine, and the next second, you're feeling something you didn't even ask to feel. Reading this felt like sitting across from someone who has lived an entire lifetime and is finally telling you the truth. The things she's proud of, the things she regretted, and the secrets she even kept from herself. And you just sit there, listening, feeling everything with her. The book is all about what is the cost of chasing success and how at the end of the day, we just want to be loved for who we really are, even the parts we hide. So yeah, go grab this book because this book is gonna make you feel everything. The last and the final book is Malibu Rising. This is one of the TJR's classic, and I started reading this book once I fell in love with her after The 7 Husbands. This is one of the TJR's classic, and I started reading this book once I fell in love with her after The 7 Husbands. And this book, it didn't feel like reading. It felt like watching someone's memory. It's warm, sad, sunny, aching, and somehow so alive. It's one of those stories that feel like summer. Not a perfect, beachy, rom-com kind, but a messy, golden, real-life kind. So if you're into family drama, secrets, beach houses, and emotional unraveling, this book is for you. So this entire book takes place over one day, that is 24 hours, in Malibu in 1983. The Riva family is hosting their annual end of summer party, and it's the party of the year. Celebrities, models, surfers, everyone from Hollywood shows up. But by the end of the night, the Riva mansion will go up in flames, literally. And the entire book leads you to that moment. But what is it really about? How did we end up here? What's burning down isn't just a house. There are 4 siblings and I love them all in different ways. There's Nina, the oldest. She's stunning, a surfer, and basically mom of the family. That's honestly pretty sad. Then there's Jay and Bud. One is a pro surfer, one is a photographer. They are super close, but there's something between them that's about to come undone. Then we have Kit, the youngest. I think she's my favorite because I see most of me in her. She's just trying to figure out who she is in the middle of the chaos. In this book, Ticha's writing is super smooth. It's real and she doesn't waste a single sentence. She captures the whole feeling in one line. The party scenes are chaotic and fun, but she balances them with sad, aching, quiet moments. There are quiet flashbacks which hit hard. That kind of storytelling. Like, you'll be reading about this fun, chaotic party, and then suddenly you are in a memory that tightens your chest. This book doesn't rush. It takes its own time, but in a good way. For me, this book is all about letting go. So yeah, if you're looking for something emotional but not loud, something that feels like sun on your skin, this book is for you. Go grab it. I feel like the cover I have is the old version. I feel the book that I have is the old version. I think this is the new version. It's not a beach read. This is a book I would read if I was sitting at home and the sun was glowing through my window. This is the book I would grab. So grab this book right now and tell me in the comments if you enjoyed this book or not. My god, I cannot believe we just ended our first book recommendations video. And I'm so excited to read your comments because I genuinely want to know if you would read these books, you read it, and like what's your views on them. So please let me know in the comments below and I would love to read them. I am manifesting that I get back into my reading phase so that I can make lots of book recs. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you got your read. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. I love you so much. Bye.